questioning the very need for a road, questioning the very need for public transportation and affordable energy. What are we all doing? Is your life to wake up in the morning in your government housing unit, to go down to the government street, get on government transportation, go to the government school, then go to the government health care clinic, and come home and watch television being fueled by government energy? Then your life has no purpose. You are merely something for the state or the government to manage. You are nothing but an ant in an ant farm. That's all that you are. If you were going about life simply being there for the government to manage, then you might as well put a cowbell around your neck. You might as well just stand side by side with other people and sway back and forth because you're really just part of a herd. You might as well learn to eat grass. Just get down on it. Just get on your hands and knees and start eating some grass because you're a sheep. 1-866-95-PATRIOT. 1-866-95-PATRIOT. Here's some good stuff. Oh, side by side. These are great. These are on the Wilkow majority together. These are the two greatest headlines of the past couple of days, both from the Associated Press, both from Stephen Olmaker. Headline: Social Security makes it official. No cost of living increase in 2010. Second headline: Obama calls for $250 payments to seniors. Well, way to go! Heading into the Christmas season, Grandma and Grandpa aren't getting a benefits increase to adjust to the cost of living. They're not getting the cost of living adjustments. They're getting $250. Oh, gee, that's just great. Boy, you guys in Washington are smart. You created this involuntary investment plan that's a loser. I want you to think of Social Security like government-run health care. See, the problem with Social Security is if it sucks and it's a loss and you don't want to be a part of it, guess what? You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. The government might as well treat that Social Security number the way the Nazis treated the tattoos. They might as well just tattoo it to your inside of your wrist. When you hit middle school, they just do it. And that's your number. You have no right to not be a part of Social Security. And no matter how bad it is, guess what? You're stuck with it. 1-866-95-PATRIOT. It's like the public schools. You're stuck with it. You are stuck with it. What? Was that a classless thing with the Nazis? I'm going to take it aside here. Yeah, I know you're not allowed to do that anymore. For 8 years, was Nazi this and Nazi that and fascist this and fascist that. No one even, half the people that throw the word fascist around don't even know what fascisto is. They don't even know. That includes Oberman. They don't even know what it means. When Bush went to privatize Social Security, meaning people would have the right to choose whether or not they participated, how is that an act of fascism? He was pushing power into the individual, to the people, away from government. When you cut taxes, think about this for a second. Think of the physics of this. You could do this on a chart. Take a chalkboard. I wish I had a chalkboard in here. Fascism is to centralize power around yourself and government. Is to bring power away from the people and into government. Classical liberalism, aka modern conservatism and or libertarianism, is to push it in the other direction. If Bush attempted to partially privatize Social Security to push the choice of participation into what level out to the people, how is that fascism? He's pushing power away from government and out to the people. If conservatives, Republicans, and libertarians want to push health care decisions away from Washington and out to the people, how is that fascism? Fascism is when you want to bundle everything around yourself, like the axe with the stalks. You want everything bundled around you, the axe representing the power of the weapon. How could conservatives be fascistic? What, because they don't like gay marriage and abortion? That's it? That's all you got? I don't mean this to be arrogant, and I'll get some calls in the next segment. I can debate any liberal on this stuff anywhere, anytime. The problem with debating liberals is the smugness. It's the fake smile. It's the repeating of certain words that they feel that if they repeat, just like the word evidence, there's no evidence for that, there's no evidence for that, there's no evidence for that, there's no evidence. If they just repeat the same thing over and over again, it will somehow take on new meaning and convince people they're right. You know what I'm going to do in the next? I'll do it now and I'll do it in the next segment. I want to define for you smugness. Do you want to know why liberals are so smug? And even some conservatives. Do you know where smugness, do you want to know what smugness comes from? Smugness is the attitude you display to insulate yourself from what you know is wrong or unnatural or a poor choice. Why are Prius drivers so smug? Because it is the ugliest car on the road. They don't even like it. Well, I drive a Prius. Well, so what? You don't see someone who's got a great-looking car act like a jerk about it. I mean, you might have someone who's a jerk about it, like, hey, scrape off your shoes before you get in. Or, hey, don't touch my car. That's not what I mean. It's the purchase of Prius that makes me better. No, it's because you know it's an ugly car, and instead of admitting it's an ugly car, instead of realizing you bought an ugly car, you try to make me feel like the idiot for thinking it's an ugly car. You see this in art all the time. You see a piece of crap hanging from a wall, and you're like, what is that piece of crap? And someone says, you don't understand it. What's not to understand? You hung a piece of crap on a wall. You don't understand this kind of art. I absolutely do. That's crap. They know it's crap. But instead of admitting it's crap, you have to be smug. It's like when you see someone trying to make a fashion statement by wearing something that looks absolutely ridiculous. Wow, that looks ridiculous. You just don't understand fashion. You look ridiculous. Well, the same is translated into politics. These people either don't believe or don't know what they're saying. But they have this desire to see control given to liberals or themselves. So it's smug. If you can prove without a shadow of a doubt they're wrong or it doesn't work, well, it's because you conservatives are so sick.